trying to bring up the chat on my secondary device, so to speak. Okay. I think I got it. So, if anyone has said anything yet, I have not been able to read it. Hopefully, the quality of the stream is okay, because I'm currently also rendering a video. So I guess we'll see. Let's switch this. Alright. Oh yeah, very good. So I didn't miss too much. Thanks for stopping by. This is going to be the boring part of the stream. As I'm loading up Creation Kit, loading up Relics of Hyrule. Not a big deal, not a long wait. I'm currently rendering an episode of Omega Ruby. It has a little ways to go. A little ways to go on the well, you can see it's almost, it has like 10,000 frames left. Hopefully it doesn't cause any problems. If it does, well, I'm going to be sad. Alright, I think I'm gonna use a different device to get this chat, because it is messing up for me. I still need to finish Breath of the Wild. I finished all the Divine Beasts. Oh, it's raining. It's been raining all day for me, off and on. We had hail earlier. Okay, let's see. If I could get a better... Oh, yeah. This other device. Alright, so I won't be able to see the chat. Oh, actually, I guess I can. And hopefully the power doesn't go out because it's raining. That would be terrible. Okay, let me bring up the chat. I'll monitor it here. Yeah. Winter gave spring and summer mists, went straight into autumn. I also hope that this, because I've had this black bar at the bottom saying things, because I had trouble in the chat in the past. I don't know if it's necessary now, but I kind of like having it there so that people, yeah, like, I don't want to deal with bug reports while I'm working on things that I'm working on. And, like, I don't want people to complain. It's nice to have the chat rules in the actual video so people watching will look at that. Sometimes I worry that I'm, like, terse and, like, mean, but I don't or like overbearing, but I don't think it's that bad. A new hand touches the... Yeah, I was about to say that a new hand touches the bacon. A new hand touches the bacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has creeped into this kitchen. A darkness that you will destroy. Alright. So, there's a lot of work going into 6.5.21. This is what I have planned for 6.5.21. All this. And this is what I've done so far. So, we're gonna see what we can do. But we'll see. Current thing I'm going to work on is the Chews, because the Chews are returning to Skyrim. And I'm hoping that I can make them work. I think all they need is one little twitch. Yeah, oh yes, Wheeled Clutter. This is the first stream since Wheeled Clutter was released. Oh, I'm getting an alert from, let me guess, telling me it's going to be a tornado. Oh, jeez. Thunderstorm. Okay. I just got an alert on my phone that the severe thunderstorm is here and doing crap. Hopefully, I don't die. Yeah, the Wheeled Clutter will expand. There will be so much awesomeness coming eventually. It's gonna be wonderful. Just debug. Yeah, but I'm gonna focus on Relics of Hyrule for now since I finished it. I finished Wheeled Clutter. Okay, that should work. I'll have to test that out. Also, just so everyone is aware, I shared it in my Discord, but the silver arrows now have a new look. Same great taste. This is what they look like now. And people were, I was sort of torn about the gray fletching, but I'm gonna keep it. This is what the silver arrows look like now. The silver bolts, I'm gonna leave the way they are. So they'll keep that look to them. And the blue fletching may return because I am going to start working on Hylian arrows. Like just plain old Hylian arrows. To go with like the forgotten weapons and such. But those might have blue fletching. We'll see. thunderstorm's kind of making me a little nervous, but we should be fine. Retextured silver arrows. That is done. So I will do that. What else needs to be done? I feel like there was something else that needed to be done. Lunge of Truth functionality. I guess I'll enable the satchel. The, in Relics of Hyrule, yeah, the elemental arrows can all be crafted. I can show you the recipe if you want, but they all can be crafted. They just respawn every so often in the shrines. Oh yeah, Cragwell Slip. Let's enable the Cursed Ring. Cragwell Slope. There it is. That is now enabled so people can find it. And I hope excuse me. I hope I don't need to make 6.5.20H, which is why I'm holding off on enabling the Hero Sword and Mirror Shield Termina. Because I really hope... I might just say screw it and not make 6.5.20H. So far there's no game-breaking stuff. Oh, that's what it... Oh, I know, I already did that. Oh, wait, no, I need to fix... That's what I need to do. Song of Healing. Song of Healing. Cure Disease. It should be... Mag Cure Disease ROH. That's what I'll do. I'm taking them away from the alchemical result. The alchemical effect. Okay, cure poison. That's fine. White Fairy Assist will have to get removed. We'll have to get that effect removed and replaced. Same thing with that. What about paralysis? Is that good? Yeah, White Fairy Assist. Just in case, I don't know if this is still used, but... Mag Cure Disease. Mag Cure Paralysis. Mag Cure Poison. Okay. That should be fine. Here's Grace. Song of Healing. White Fairy. No longer conflict. With complete alchemy and crafting overhauls. I don't like overhauls very much. Songbook pages. I don't really want to add Sheikah's stealth armor anymore. Not a big... I don't know. Not sure about that. That's done. Oh, the Mirror Shield of Secrets. I could start working on that. I feel like there was something else that I was gonna do. Like there was something specific that I was gonna work on for this stream. Might just be like textures and stuff that I could do. Because there's a Chew and more Witterjall. So I'm gonna check that one out. Obviously, I'm gonna add that Nintendo Switch t-shirt into Relics of Hyrule, because why wouldn't I? That makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if someone legitimately requested that, but they'll be disappointed. Red Chew. Oh, it's a green Chew. Set enable parent. Sell more Witterjall. Green Chew. Do. Okay. Okay. Well, so far this isn't causing any problems. It is taking forever to render. I think I know why, but I'll check on it. I'll make sure that episode 2 doesn't take as long. I think I'm gonna do a lot of texture stuff. So I'm gonna open up. No, not E. I want D. Don't show me E. I don't want to see it. Okay. Because I need to make a polished fighter sword texture. Archive. Save this, right? Yes. Well, that looks fine. Why does it look so weird in game? Maybe it's one of these guys? That looks fine too. It always looks so dark. The blade always looks so weird in game, like it's too dark. Okay, lore question. Freezing Caves is actually physically connected. Yeah, the Freezing Caves is physically connected to Kakariko. If you keep exploring, you will be pleasantly surprised. This alpha channel is unnecessary. This does not need an alpha channel. So that's my first act as president. I'm gonna open up. I hope it is a connection issue for you, because I hope I don't have to mess around on my end. Not that I wish you a bad connection, but... Okay, good. Excellent. I was worried that something was going horribly wrong on my end. Alright, Fighter Sword, what's your deal? Why do you look so weird? That side is fine. Maybe I already fixed it. No, one side is definitively darker than the other. But why? Oh. Yes. Oh, previous question. What was... Oh, the previous question of freezing caves is physically connected to Kakariko Village. And yes, the Forgotten Cavern is implied to be the present-day freezing caves. So, that means that Kakariko Village was near Silent Moon's camp. And that will be important in the future, because I'm going to start placing some other things in different places. This side is really bright, but the other side isn't. So there's something funky with the... Ah, there it is. There it is. That's the problem. That's what I'm going to fix. Flip? No. Flip. That was the problem the whole time. Oh god. To align these perfectly. Of course it's not letting me do that. Okay, that should be fine. Alright. And I'm gonna do a little heel brush work. That's too small. I'm gonna do a little heel brush work, so that it doesn't have the exact same dirt and scratches that the other one does. Yeah, Fighter Sword. Good old Fighter Sword from A Link to the Past. And there's another sword that is going to be added in 6.5.21 that is the starting sword from the original. Well, it's based on the starting sword from the original Legend of Zelda. And I think people will be very nice and happy about that. I'm going to show it to you guys in a moment once I'm finished messing around with this. Don't want to mess up the texture. Okay, well, that's good enough. And this guy does not need one of these. So let me save that. No alpha. And I need to check, is this the same? It is the same. So let's copy this and we'll paste it there so that Fighter Sword N has the same alpha channel. Yeah, people have always suggested the wooden sword, but this mod's called Relics of Hyrule, and a wooden sword would not make that much sense to, like, integrate, but that was my first thought. With Breath of the Wild, I will, once 6.7 rolls around, I will be adding the Forest Dweller weapons. There we go, that looks nice. The Forest Dweller weapons. And the Forest Dweller weapons will end up being the wooden swords. So there may be some elements that reference the original wooden sword, but we'll see. Alright, let's see if the fighter sword looks like terrible now. Hopefully not. Fighter sword. One side is still, well, actually, I would have to check it in-game to really know. But I think it's fine. I guess I'll find out. Yeah, you can hear the thunder. There's a thunderstorm rolling through. Here's the hero's sword. Hero's sword. Here's the hero's sword. The person who made this actually used the fighter sword blade and hilt. They're working on... Last I heard, they were working on a different version. Excuse me. Polished version. So this will be the standard, and then there will be a honed version, just like the Orden sword. And this will be a starting weapon. In fact, I need to enable the chest. So I'm going to pop on over to it. How far is this? It's getting there. 5,000 frames left. And they're also working, the same person, working on a Harp of Ages, which I'm super excited about because I finally figured out what the Harp of Ages is going to do in Relics of Hyrule. I made sound effects for it and everything. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. For who gods? Alright, there's the chest. The chest needs to be enabled. Enabled. What's your deal? Enable. Okay, so those two are good. I'm just gonna open up the mirror shield. So I kind of hinted at this thing for a while. Mirror shield. A mirror shield of Termina. Look at this boy. It will not count as a harp. So you won't be able to use it in like any bard mods or anything like that to actually open up and play the harp with an animation. Not gonna... It's just gonna be there. Like, it's gonna be a tool, and you'll be able to use it like the Ocarina of Time. The Ocarina of Time isn't a flute, and the Harp of Ages isn't going to be a harp. But yeah, this is the new Mirror Shield of Termina. It is based on the design from Majora's Mask 3D. So you'll be able to find the damaged Majora's Mask Mirror Shield, fix it, and then enhance it. And it will be heckin' dope. Still duplicate tags. It's been, like, I think 2 years since 6.5 got broken. I got rid of all the duplicate tags that matter, but still fixing them. Because I want to work on... I don't want to waste my time just sitting here getting rid of these duplicate tags. I've just been removing them as I find them. Forget when. I think it was 2 years ago that 6.5 got damaged. And this is a result of that. But it's a small price to pay. Oh, well, that's dead. Alright, heavy. Good. Yeah, the Rod of Seasons. So the Rod of Seasons isn't as set in stone as the Harp of Ages. Obviously, the Rod of Seasons is not going to be able to do what it did in Oracle of Seasons. That would be ridiculous. And also impossible. So, the Rod of Seasons, my current plan is for the... God, I keep hiccuping while I'm talking. It's awful. Rod of Seasons is going to be a staff that you can configure to do one of 4 different damage types. And you can configure it to either just be locked in that damage type, or have it cycle through the damage types depending on the time of day, day of the week, month in the year, that kind of thing. It'll be a configurable staff. that's the plan for the Rod of Seasons. Whereas the Harp of Ages is going to be like holy amazing. Like the Harp of Ages is going to allow you to do so many cool things, and the Rod of Seasons will also be pretty cool. Okay, so that's all done. Fighter's Sword. Sacred Shield, Divine Shield. So, I'll look at... Let's look at the Magic Sword. I think I'm just going to do a lot of texture work in this one. Oh, I have this. Oh, that probably answers my question. Okay, let's look at the Magic Sword, see what it needs to do. Magic Sword. What do you need, my friend? You need a better texture. You need to have more contrast in your texture, because right now you look like you're made of clay or plastic or Play-Doh. So I'm going to look at the model for the sword. Magic Sword. Where is it? Where the heck is it? That's not it. Forgotten isn't forgotten. Magic Sword blue. So currently the Magic Sword has environment map. But it's just not like strong enough. I think I know how I can fix it. Yeah, it looks like somebody colored in with a pencil. So what I need to do is, I think the diffuse this is fine. I'll load it up anyway. I should also compare these two. What's the difference between these two? Is there a difference? No. There's a slight difference. This is all layers, so that's good. So that one, that's important. But what's most important is these two. These two really sell it. Yeah, this not quite good enough. Needs a little bit more. And honestly, I think this texture could use some work. It's just kind of... It's very noisy, and it doesn't have a lot of nuance to it. So I'm going to check on something. I haven't done this yet. Oh, nope, it's not in there. But, like, that's great and all, but it doesn't help. That's just the diffuse. I don't need diffuse. I need normal map. So what I'm looking at here, these are textures that someone made for their own. Oh, okay. Let's open this, see what it looks like. That looks a little better. I think that might be good. So, long time ago, and by that I mean a few months ago, somebody made their own custom, like, remastered, quote-unquote, version of Relics of Hyrule, and I was like, that's fine. Making, updated textures, whatever, perfectly fine. Didn't have a problem with it. But then they started doing a little too much. They started changing enchantments and changing other things about the mod that didn't need to be changed. And that would be one thing. But the way that they were doing it was, instead of making a patch that required my mod to be installed, then they re-released, they changed this very ESP that I'm working on right now. They changed this, and they re-uploaded it without my consent, without my knowledge. And I'm like, so I was checking on it every so often, because I always check on Relics of Hyrule stuff, and I noticed that they were doing big things, and I'm like, huh. And I checked it, and I checked, like, the files, and I'm like, oh my god, they're just re-uploading my mod. Supposedly perfectly innocently, and I told them, and they were so incredibly sorry. They took down their mod, and I told them, you can just take it down now, and you don't need to delete it. Just hide it and work on a patch so that it requires Relics of Hyrule in the first place. I didn't care that it existed. I just wanted them to not re-upload my 6 years of work without my permission. But I think I freaked them out, and they ended up deleting it, and they sent me all the files that they made. So part of me says, these are great assets, they look good, they could be useful for revamping things. The other part is sort of like, I don't know if I want to use them, but I will say that this polished magic sword does look good. It looks better than the one I currently have. And the normal maps and environment maps are better too. But that's the story of the revamped Relics of Hyrule. Another funny thing that happened was we didn't contact each other for a while, and then they contacted me, and they're like, hey, I found a way to rip files from Twilight Princess or Hyrule Warriors or something. Would you be interested in them? And I'm like, no, that's actually illegal, so don't do that. And I think I think they legitimately didn't know, they didn't understand, but it's just like, oof. oof, you know? I'll see how this looks. It does already look better. Haven't even changed the normal map yet, and it looks better. Yeah, I do like it. So this will be the polished magic sword that you'll be able to obtain. It does look better. I do like it. Their work is very impressive. They just didn't really handle it super well. Yeah, yeah. What was the there's like a comic that somebody on the internet is like, "Hey, look at this cool thing I made," and the other person goes, "Oh yeah, that's cool. This is mine now." Like, and here's something that really amuses me. This when so somebody uploads a clip from a movie or like a TV show or something like that, and they write no copyright infringement intended. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. You can't just say, "Oh, I didn't mean to violate copyright." It's not how it works. Oh man, oh man. Toshi 3 Dex matches. So left, skib left, skib left. Magic sword polish or Polish. Magic sword. Alright, and now I'm going to do the ultimate saving of time. Copy the sheath, paste the sheath, and rename it to Polish sheath. Because it's the same sheath. Hooray. I mean, part of me feels bad for the person who made all these meshes. They obviously put a lot of work into them. And they were offering me, you know, to integrate them into Relics of Hyrule, but they just didn't understand how things work. Alright. Oh, hi creation kit. You're not done saving. This thing's getting there. Ooh, 2,000 frames left. That'll be great. Hopefully nothing gets messed up with that one, because it was getting messed up before. What other ones need polishing? So I'm gonna make another version of the magic sword, as if that's not obvious. There'll be this one that you find, and it's not like fire on all cylinders. Then you can enhance it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I always play devil's advocate. I always give people the benefit of the doubt. Ugh, excuse me. Jeez. oh God. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I did not mean to open that folder. I guess it's not as bad as it could be. That's really embarrassing. Okay, what needs... Clock shield, got a sword. Still doesn't look great, this redo of it. I honestly don't like what they did. Well, actually that doesn't look that bad. Maybe it does. Maybe it's loading the wrong textures. It is. It's not loading the right ones. Big round sword. Look at the goddess sword. Oh, I can't open... Compare the... These are identical. Welcome! I'm just checking on... Okay, this is finally open. I'm working on like polished weapons and like things like that. And I was comparing the different options that I have for like the goddess sword, and these are like virtually identical. So I'm not going to bother with that. And yeah, I really don't like what this person did with the goddess sword. They made it blue. Oh, that's the long scabbard. Yeah, so the long sword, they kind of... I like this grip, I guess. But yeah, I don't like the blue blade as much. The grip is very well done. I probably won't bother with those. I may integrate some of the adjustments. I'm also going to look at the Sacred Shield and the Divine Shield. See what they did with those. They also completely missed the point on the magic armor. Like, this does look good. It really does. But it's not like... Like, I deliberately made... the choices I made with the texture weren't just like random. This is... Remember that remastered Relics mod that ended up getting shut down? The author sent me the stuff that they had made in case I wanted to integrate it into Relics of Hyrule. And some of it is good. I will admit. Hyrule's shield? What did they do to that? Like, nothing. It's a golden mirror shield. Oh, they just adjusted that a teensy bit. Yeah, refining things, checking on like textures that might need improvement. Seeing what options I have in that regard. I also these are the Skyloft Sacred Shields that they made. This one looks okay. This one looks okay, but it's kind of cartoonish, which is not what I'm looking for. And then they completely, quote unquote, fixed the goddess shield. They fixed it. They made it look the way it's supposed to, as opposed to the way that I designed. So for comparison, this isn't crap on this mod, this author, like crap on this poor person. I'm just comparing. So the Goddess Shield, this is the Relics of Hyrule Goddess Shield. There's a reason I made the goddess crying. But they decided to rework it to the way that it looked before, but it looks too clean. It just looks too clean. The Sacred Shield looks decent. Sort of. And of course, I'm not going to replace. I wouldn't replace the textures. What I'm thinking of doing with these is like your options are. You have the Sacred Shield, and you can either improve it into the Divine Shield. Oh wait, the Divine Shield, ba-boom, or you can improve it and like polish it and make it pretty. But I think I might just stick with what I have, because a normal shield, like a shield that you would be actively using, would not be pretty. It would not be fancy and clean. It would be messed up. Ooh! After Effects finished. This is a preview for what's coming. I'm going to save that, and I'm going to close After Effects. Oop. Okay. So I think I might leave those alone, but I'm not sure. One thing I definitely like that they did was the clock shield. Oh, here's another one that they quote-unquote fixed. The Deku shield. Look at this bad boy. It looks exactly the way it did in Ocarina of Time. Too clean. Maybe I could integrate this as like a fortified, enhanced Deku shield. I don't know. I do not know. I am curious how that would look, though. I am curious about this Deku shield. So I'm going to copy these over. Deku. And I'll put these in a folder. Yeah, it was a matter of they didn't like the washed out look, and also they felt that it wasn't like accurate to Zelda. I get so many comments from people saying, just so you know, the Hylian shield is actually 47 millimeters thick, not 48 millimeters thick. It is canon to Zelda that it like whatever. That doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. It's too clean. It doesn't look like it was made from a piece of wood. It doesn't look right. I like the swirl. The swirly's kind of cool, but it's not like realistic enough. That looks like it was carved from a piece of mahogany. And look at that sharp. For comparison, these are my textures that I made eons ago. Move them in place them all. Get rid of these. For comparison, this is what I did. Nope. Okay. Maybe you don't want to do what I want you to do. Please tell me I didn't replace those. No, I did not. Look at that. It looks like an old, pitted, worm-eaten chunk of wood. And if Creation Kit would, like, friggin' work with me here. Come on, what'd you do? What's the deal? Your problem is... Creation Kit, stupid. There we go. See, that fits Skyrim. It's a Skyrim Deku shield. Alright. I don't have to hold like... sorry. Don't mean to rant, but it's like this mindset of everything has to be accurate. It just doesn't work because it's not Zelda anymore, it's Skyrim. Alright, well, I'm not gonna do those. I think the Sacred Shield and Divine... I'll think about the Sacred Shield and Divine Shield. Got a sword. Don't care about it. I might actually... Grip? There is one thing that they did that I really did like. And that... The Gilded Sword is decent. Let's open that up. Okay, never mind. I take that back. What was it? They added a fuller to the Phantom Sword. That actually looks okay. That might be... This I might use. I might use this for the enhanced... I might dirty it up a little. I might dirty this up a little. Just a teens. Just a teens. Just a touch. Where is it? Clock shield. That's what I'm looking for. The clock shield. Where the... Oh. Oh, yes. They made this, they reworked Ganon's armor to be, more, Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda game ever made. It's the only Zelda game that exists. All the other Zelda games don't matter, and all the other Zelda games pale in comparison, and should be ignored in favor of Ocarina of Time. Clearly, that is the case. Because Ocarina of Time is the best. Also, Kokiri's sword. Didn't like the wood grain that I added to the blade, apparently. Okay, I need to stop being so mean. Oh, man. I'm just so curious, that's all. I'm just so curious why. Where on God's green earth are the clock shields? They did really good clock shields. There they are, a fierce deity. The clock shields actually look really good. So I was actually thinking of integrating these as textures for the unified clock shield. Why don't I just search function the folder? Because I live dangerously. Because the search function takes the same amount of time as it would take for me to actually look. Um, so I am actually planning to integrate these. So I'm going to take these and a copy pasta over here. Fierce deity, Hylian, fierce deity. This is just how I do things. I'm sorry. And those will be used for the unified clock shield. Yeah, everything, it's just so clean. So clean. It's so out of place with Relics of Hyrule. I mean, Skyrim. I am curious what this looks like. But I don't care. This is another one. That's another one I want to copy over. Because that actually looks kind of good. But, like I said, I might dirty it up a little so it's not quite as clean. Alright. Actually, you know what? I am curious. I'm curious if they did anything with the true four sword. Maybe they did. Did they fix it? Did they make it look better? Because this is something I've been wanting to, like, legitimately wanting to mess with for some time. Alright. No, not gonna change. Not gonna change anything. Okay. Weapons, Hylian, for sword. Let's see what happens here. I think that looks better. That looks a lot. So I think the true four sword, the fused true four sword, will actually have this new texture. I don't know how much I like the squigglies. I don't know. It still kind of doesn't. it looks good, but this, the handle still looks very flat. The blade looks better. The blade looks better than it has in a while. I think it might just need a new normal map, and I can easily fix that. So I'll restore... I think that's what I'm going to work on now. I'm going to delete these, restore these, and I'm going to work on the normal map for the true four sword, because that's all it really needs. Alright, let's open up the true four sword normal map. I'll leave that the way it is. This is actually very confusing. There we go. Okay. Well, there's your problem right there. Oh, I mixed a lot. I think I missed some stuff. No! The original sword from Link to the Past is not an ROH. Yeah, I was tinkering with it. But not every single item is going to make it in. There's no guarantee on any item. That's actually low resolution, so I think I might bring this in. Open this back up. Oh god. It's very big. I don't like that. I don't like that. That looks like somebody made it out of something. I don't know. Yeah, it needs higher resolution textures. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these as a base. Stop it. I don't like the squiggles. The squiggles are so bad looking. How big is this? Oh god, 512 by 512. Criminy. If there was a way for me to smooth out the squiggles... It looks like it's made of cloth. Pattern weld? Is that a thing? Do swords have those? I guess they wouldn't be so bad if they weren't like really, really contrasty. This is too bright. Yeah, the pattern weld looks bad. They obviously did a lot of work, but it's not super great. And this is 2K. I don't think it needs to be 2K. Or maybe it does, I don't know. What do I know? I may have to redo... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am just going to... All I'm going to do is redo the normal map. If I decide that I want to redo anything else, I will, but right now, just do the normal map. I'm just going to do the normal map and be done with it. And I might adjust. Yeah, it's low, very low resolution. I don't like how low resolution it is. Not my favorite thing. With the true four sword. But it's it is what it is. And I could probably pump it up and fix it, make it look a little better, not use a gross pattern weld. It depends on the link. Ooh. So if you're posting a link to something inappropriate, that is not okay, obviously. But if it's like a link to something that's related to what we're talking about, then that would be okay. Just like off-topic, random stuff and like inappropriate stuff wouldn't fly. What is this? Okay. I don't know what that was. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look at this link. Pattern welding. Oh, okay. I see. That makes sense. Ah, so I see. Okay, I understand. I see what they were going for, but... yeah, it was a very low-resolution, blocky, splodgy cape. Or scarf. That they might have been working on. Yeah, I think it was. It must have been Hyrule Warriors Link scarf. Alright. Honestly, the only thing that needs to be... this doesn't need to be blackened. It just needs to be darkened. Just a touch. Just a touch. And these can be brought up in contrast and brightness. And that will be new that, and then we're gonna do a famby bamby boopy boop. That's the technical term. Okay. This is the new normal map. Beep. Interpolated. A scraph. How you doing, Floor Sword? You feeling any better? Environment map. How about we give you a better glossiness instead of something terrible? Oh, this is the wrong one. No. Nope, that's the wrong one, blah. Skyrim, data, weapons, I need Force Yard, choose Force Yard. Alright, that's the one I want, I really want. Oh, yeah, it definitely needs to be higher resolution. But I think that new normal map makes it look better. It still looks like it's made of tin foil. Yeah. Yeah, this hilt looks bad. The handguard is fine, but at some point I might rework that. And obviously the blade. But the blade has come a long way. You know what? I can still fix it. I can still make it slightly better by changing the contrast here. And I think there's also... the matter of the environment map, which I think I should copy this, open up. No, I didn't want to hit new. Oh, yeah, that's why the environment map is ass. I will give it just a just a touch. I only pretend to know to do. I only pretend to know what I do about yeah, I am aware that the true Four Sword has a gross-looking blade, but this is actually my work that we're looking at right now, not somebody else's. And I am aware, and I'm going to work on it. I'm going to fix it at some point. I was just trying to improve it just a touch. I think the hilt isn't shiny enough. It should have a different cube map. There we go. A nice cube map. Really gives it a nice. Like this doesn't need. Oh, it is ore steel. Okay. Yeah, I'm obviously gonna improve it. It's too bumpy. For one thing, and the texture is too flat. It doesn't look like steel, or anything that a sword would be made of. I tweaked it a little, and it'll be tweaked more in the future. I'm going to fix the left one. Actually, no, I'm going to save this as the left one. I definitely value people's input when it comes to how things look. Since you're the end users, after all. Okay, let's fiddle with the magic sword. The magic sword is currently sitting at a 12. That is, so we're looking at this. This is my work. This is the original scabbard that the true sword has always meant to have. It's always had this scabbard. It's essentially the Master Sword scabbard. Trying to look up damage values. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to like custom make some brand new scabbard, I think it's fine to use that one. And yeah, looking at it now, it looks really good in that purple scabbard. And the Locomo Sword Scabbard has a green Master Sword Scabbard, which is pretty dope. Also, sword. Skyrim sword. I think 12 is ebony. It is glass. 14 is Daedric. So, ladies and gentlemen, still gonna be glass, but we're gonna bring it up to 14. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And we're gonna make a new form. We're gonna duplicate the first person mesh down here. Where are you? We are adding the polished magic sword. The scabbard of the magic sword is one that I've sort of wanted to adjust, but I don't want to make every scabbard look like the Master Sword scabbard. So I'm probably just going to leave it alone, unless I use the glass sword scabbard. But we'll have to see. No, forgotten. New folder. Oh, I need to rename that folder. Polished. Noise. It's a slight change, but it's just slightly better. There we go. Still glass material. What is that? Crit damage. So, for comparison, here's the original magic sword, the magic sword that you find in situ. And then you'll be able to enhance it, probably using light essence, because, you know, why not? To this, slightly cleaner, nicer looking, fixed up magic sword that does slightly more damage. There you go. New for 6.5 or 25. 25, 21, I mean. Temper armor. Magic sword. Polished. And it will require a filled common soul. Or just a normal common soul. Gem. It isn't Itnam's and. But the term in situ means something else. In situ. No, situ. Situ. So in situ means in the original place. Oh, in situ. In situ, whatever. That's what that word means. Alright, I'm gonna save. Yeah, magic, Relics of Hyrule is mostly weapons and equipment. There is magic, of course. But not as much as weapons and armor. Most of the weapons can be tempered. The +5, +4, +5, some +3 enhanced weapons can't be tempered. If their base damage is greater than that of a Dragonbone mace, then they cannot be tempered because they're stronger than vanilla. But yeah, not a lot of magic yet. There's some other weapons that can't be tempered. Mostly, though, if it's not temperable, that was a mistake. There are some weapons that are deliberately untemperable, though. I have been working on the ideas behind like Twilight magic that I might do. I might add Twilight magic. And so far the magic that is in Relics of Hyrule is strong. So there's not much like low level magic. I am planning like a mage edition, the Hylian mages, working on robes, working on like potions and elixirs and things. So there is a magic expansion coming. It's not going to be groundbreaking, but it'll exist. Okay. What else needs to be done? I could start working on the songbook elixirs. But like I said, the Din's Fire, Pharaoh's Wind, Nehru's Love, the medallions, they're all high-level magic. You need a lot of magic to cast those. It's not like flames. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Nehru's Pearl, I'm going to adjust just a touch. Because currently it has no drawback to it. It's just this really super OP item that has no drawback. Pharaoh's Pearl has a drawback so that you don't like jump all over the place too easily, and Din's Pearl is just kind of like, it's not super strong. But Nehru's Pearl, it has no drawback. So I need to make it do something, like drain magic or something like that. So I think what I'm gonna do... oh, this thing's an expert level spell. I think I'm gonna make it cost magicka. I think that's fine. It costs Magicka. Nehru's Pearl. Oh yeah, I'm definitely adding more magic. But, it is one of the last items, but it still needs a drawback. It can't be so, like, OP that you... So I'm going to make it require Magicka. Just 100 Magicka. It's not a big thing, but it's something. Just so it has something to it. And Nehru's Pearl allows you to, like, craft things and store stuff. Alright, let's do these songbook elixirs. Some of them are pretty easy. Others will require, words coming out of my mouth. Words. Say talk. Some will require perks. Others I can do with pretty easily normally. Potion. So let's do the ones that are easy. Start at the beginning, go until we reach the end, and then stop. Oh, little baby. I kind of wanted to make them all like look like this, little vials. Oh, that's a poison. Oh, these are all poisons. I don't want those. I want the restore. Fortify. Alright, well, I see. I actually kind of like this look. I know it's a damage, but no, I should make the potions look like potions. I can't just... So I guess this could be... I like this. I like... That's the kind of thing I would want. A flask. Oh, I'm missing things already. Okay. So, what's all this then? What's all this then? What's this notification? Well, it's glitching out, so I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to duplicate this. Restore health. Yeah, 10 over a minute. Oh no. Restore health. There we go. 10 for 60 seconds. That sounds a little much. Because that's 60 health. No, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. No. Okay. Alright. should be fine. What else was I doing? Healing over time. Boop. Star health. Is this fire? Copy this. I'm gonna adjust. Well, these are all custom anyway. But I'm gonna adjust those a little bit so that they're not, because these are used by the Song of Time and they should be magic only instead of, I don't know who Zelsa is, instead of alchemy. Restoration, elk, fortify restoration, 30 seconds, 200, no. I guess, yeah, that's fine, don't overdo it. Sign of healing elixir. Bolero of Fire. It's a fire poison, which I think I can do. Strong fire poison. Now here's a question. Should it be elixir? How should the naming be? Should it be Bolero of Fire Elixir? Or should it be Elixir... No. Elixir Bolero of Fire. Like that kind of thing. Like the names for all these songbook elixirs, songbook page elixirs. Would it make more sense to be Elixir Bolero of Fire or Bolero of Fire Elixir? Infused. Alk fire damage, okay. So it would, like, Bolero of Fire infused elixir. I would want to have as few words as possible. So I think Bolero of Fire, I'll stick with Bolero of Fire elixir. Because that's what it is. It's the Bolero of Fire elixir. poison value would be much higher. Okay, Bolero Fire is good. I'm gonna have to make some new... Oh, there's already one. Frost damage. Cool. Is there shock? Elk. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Crap. Shock damage. Have to make this one. Frost. Frost damage. Magic damage frost. Magic damage shock. Is this? Oh, Skyrim Elder Scrolls. Okay. Song of Storms. Where's this shock? Oh, crap. I hate it when I do that. Because it always messes up. I always have to restart. Seconds. Frost damage. Okay. Yeah, it's like somebody say somebody sneezing and bless you, and it kind of sounds like you're saying, well, screw you then. I wish you harm. Magoo. Blare of Fire. I'm gonna make them all worth 200. Except this one, apparently. This one should be 200. This one should be 4. Okay. Ooh, minion out of forest. Suffer. So, minion out of forest is when things get nasty. So, damage, stamina. Let's go with that one. Oh wait, no, I was gonna go with this one. The Minuet of Forest Elixir is resist or die. It's a death poison. But now that I think about it, maybe that's a little too much. Because the potion value is like 5,000. Oh, welcome to the stream. Didn't notice you there. Maybe I'll do 10 per second for 10 seconds. Just the standard damage health. It's interesting that 1,000 points all at once makes the potion value 5,000, but 10, that's only 100. Never mind. How about this? How about that would make more sense, but still. It's a dangerous. It's a dangerous damage health potion. Poison. Lasts forever. Lasts for 100 seconds. Dealing. But I feel like that's a little overpowered. It's a death poison. I'll just stick with it. I don't know if I'm gonna do these two. I think I'm gonna skip them. I mean, I think it would be 1 page per elixir. Like, you take one songbook page, and drop it, and you get, or drop it off at the enchanter or whatever, and you get that poison. So they would have to be strong because the songbook pages are so rare. I think I'm gonna save. That's a natural saving point. There's some effects that I'm not sure about. I'll do the ones that are obvious, the ones that I'll definitely integrate. Okay. Bonus song, not sure. I think I'll do the ones that already have effects. I think there is a Fortify Alchemy. Yeah, there's actually a Fortify Alchemy effect. So ooh. Well, that's the Nocturne of Shadow elixir right there. Fortify carry. Oh, that could work. Oh wait, no, it has to be green because it's Serious Song. So it would be Magic rate, Stamina rate. Okay. Sarah's song. Sarah's song. So a Fortify Alchemy potion would be out of hand, but it's only once. It's only, like, these, Songbook page elixirs are very, very, very rare. So, having a potion that is exceptionally rare that fortifies, alchemy for 30 seconds, I could reduce it. I could make it, like, 15 seconds. I don't know. What does Fortify Alchemy do? It's not like the Fortify Alchemy can make other Fortify Alchemy. Or Serious Song Elixir can't, increases the strength of potions. Yeah. What does Serious Song need? Hanging Moss. That's what it requires. Oh, balance. Balance is so fun. You'll be able to... Probably just, I'll have to make a perk effect. I'll remove that for now. Maybe I could make the songbook pages exceptionally rare, and you can only craft them if you don't have the spell already. If you don't already have the song. That would make sense to do that. I've always felt that the Ocarina Songbook needed a little balancing anyway, and not allowing the player to craft 5,000 songbook pages would make sense. I could do that. That way I could just make Saria's song just Fortify Alchemy, straight Fortify Alchemy, and it would allow me more freedom with these songbook page elixirs, because then you would only be able to craft them if you find a songbook page. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. So, meat is back on the menu. Series Song Elixir, Fortify Alchemy. $1 for 30 seconds. And now I'm going to go back to the songbook here. Has spell, arrow, player of fire equals 0. Going on. Yeah, Blister Wart. Blister Wart's really good. I use yellow mountain flowers to give yellow mountain flowers a use. What the heck is the new wave Bossa Nova? Oh. Yeah, the Oath to Order is like the hardest one to craft. Sort of. Time. Ah, this one already has it. want like a really good pizza. That came out of nowhere, but I just I just want like the best pizza that ever pizzaed. Now, now hold up. This recipe is pointless. This is a. This is like an. Oh man. What moron made this recipe? No, I'm kidding. I just realized this recipe is utterly pointless because it requires the Ocarina Songbook. You can't get the Ocarina Songbook without the Song of Time. So you can't. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna keep this here, just in case some weird thing happens and you lose the Song of Time, like you accidentally delete it. This will be a fail-safe, just in case. Okay. Well, I have several questions here about pizza. I have not seen the mod Pizza Mania, unfortunately. And I just like normal pizza. Like pepperoni, maybe some onions on there. Reasonably thin crust, not like too thin, but like a slightly soft crust, but not like super thick. I like everything. I like my pizza to be balanced, as all things should be. So I like I don't like tons of sauce. I don't like the cheese to be like sliding around on the sauce. So like nice layer of cheese, nice crust, and like enough sauce that you can like taste it and have it there, but not like swimming in sauce. Just like a nice balanced pizza and like kind of slightly burnt, not like slightly, but like seared pepperoni and like nice like onions on there, fully cooked nice onions. Magoo. Save. I'm gonna save. Well, I deeply apologize for planting this pizza seed into your brain. Another thing that's been going on, so every month there's this guy I follow on YouTube and I'm in his Discord. He does Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 competitions, like creating rides, and I enter and I got I think 18th place out of 30 something last time, which was pretty good, and this time I got 20 out of 29. And all the other people always make these amazing things, and I feel like I do well. I do good stuff. but like I'm not as good as everyone else. And I think I could easily make something that I think what happens with me is like I try to do too much or I think too hard and I get like writer's block with it. This last one was a little tricky because it was dueling coasters and it was hard to like synchronize them. I don't know what what he has planned for next month, but I really want to try again next month and make something really good. I'm just gonna do like a flat, full-fledged park, just like something great. I feel like I have the potential. Anyway, I mean, after all, I make Skyrim for a hobby. I should be able to put together some other stuff. In other games. Okay, so these two are gone because there's no way you'd be able to make them. Something else that happens with me is I get sick of it. I work on something for so long and I'm like, oh my god, I just want to submit it. So I just like throw it out there. Oh, serious song is done. I'm saving the perk ones for later because making perks are really kind of annoying. Integrating it's just kind of time consuming. I think here's a question. Should Zelda's Lullaby make your dreams come true? Should Zelda's Lullaby be the tower? Like, you can activate a lock and just open it? Or, never mind, I answered my own question, because how on God's green earth could a potion do that? That you could just, like, drink a potion and you just look at a lock and it opens. It's going to be fortified lockpicking. Nothing. Oh, Vermina's torpor. Oh, water. I think I'm gonna close Discord for me because I can't really do anything. Ooh, Frenzy. Ooh, that's perfect for Zelda. That looks freaking dope. And this one, the invisibility potion, will be the Prelude of Light. Badoop. Vendor item potion. Potion. Zelda's Lullaby Elixir. Boop. Zelda's Lullaby. And it will be Elk. Fortify lock picking by 1 hundo for 30 seconds. Eep. Dope. Sun damage poison. That would be relatively easy to do. Vampire sun damage. What does this do? Sunlight. Hovering. Oh, hello. Hello, sun song effect. That makes it easy. Alright. And then sun damage. Probably just duplicate this. And make that self. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. I wanted sun damage, this one. Self. So we can make the Sun Song elixir now. I would want it to be yellow. So I'm going to see... I don't want to use these, because these are very generic. I would want to use... So invisibility is white. So I'm going to use this one for the Prelude of Light. That rhymed. Prelude of Light. Prelude of Light... What was it gonna do? Sun damage poison. Oh. There you go. I already made it. Elk. Sun damage. We'll do... Hey, get back here. 20 for 3. Okay. Poison. And then paralyze. Ooh, that looks good. That was cool. Gray. There's this shock. What does this look like? Oh, it's just flagging. Force skill, water breathing, huh? They're all the same. Weakness to fire, that is a nasty looking poison. Weakness to shock. Paralyze. I really like how paralyzed looks. I like that. Stamina. I wish there was yellow ones. Because I can't use green. I guess I would have to do... Fear is black. I can't use black. I don't want to make my own custom... Oh, wait. Hello! Ha 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 ha. Found it. I feel like it should last longer, like 2... Because people always need light for a long time, so I'm going to make it last like 3 minutes. Because light never lasts long enough. Okay, so we have the sun song. Alright, I'm gonna use, I think, fear. Yeah. It's a potion. Oh, where was it? Night Eye, and oh, it needs to be a fire to forget. I would rather not. I already found a yellow bottle, but I don't wanna. I I don't wanna spend time um, remaking, making custom models for these when they're like just there. Like, it's hard to explain, but I don't want to spend time making custom models for these when they're consumables, if that makes any sense. Oh, opponent's song should be fortified carry weight. Ooh, that actually looks. I feel like I could have. Oh, that could be the Goron Lullaby. Maybe. Fear. Paralyze. Resist fire. Resist magic. That's blue. Restore health, that's red. Pink doesn't exist. Water breathing. I think I might do... I'm gonna duplicate Sun Song to be the Epona elixir. Epona's song. Womp. Okay, elk, fortify, carry weight. We'll do for 3 minutes. 100 for 3 minutes. And fortify stamina. Do 30 for 3 minutes. Let's do 50. That one's a decent one. Soaring. Speed. Elk damage speed. This one. Song of Soaring. Song of Soaring speed. Ah, so it would have to be this one. Maybe this one? It'll be this one. But it needs to have its own separate perk, I think. Oh. Never mind, it doesn't need... I'll keep that perk there. But it doesn't need to apply the perk. So... I'll duplicate this. Because the perk doesn't have anything in it except fall damage and armor. Heal target, okay. There, that's all I want. Lionel's, so, faction... Oh, man, I got a few questions that I was zoning out and didn't answer. Lionel's would be prohibitively difficult to implement. I can add their weapons, but adding a Lionel itself, holy crap, would that be hard. So Lionels are probably not gonna happen. I've received pretty much countless requests for anything Breath of the Wild. The Royal Guard's gear is being considered just like anything else in Breath of the Wild. And faction side quests. I don't know. Pretty much anything, any quest will lead you to Relics of Hyrule. They always overlap. I think the Mage College of Winterhold leads you to Alfdund, if I remember correctly, or there's a quest that leads you to Alfdund. Oh wait, no, I think that's Discerning the Transmundane, so that's not really a faction side quest. I'm thinking of Mazulft. I mean, Lionel's could be lions, so they could rework saber cats. The most. Let me look at factions. I'm gonna save and I'm gonna look at some factions. Oh wait, I should check the enchantments. Pegasus. How much do you do, my friend? 70. Okay, Song of Soaring, Elixir. Let's do that. Let's make it 50 for 30 seconds. Alfdund is a dwarven ruin. Alright, Skyrim factions. Thieves Guild Champions. Dark Brotherhood. Bard's College. Well, I can tell you one thing, the Bard's College won't help much. Dawn Guard could. The Dawn Guard definitely would be one. I'm not familiar with as familiar with the Thieves Guild, or the Companions, because I never finished those quests. So I don't know about the Companions or the Thieves Guild. The College of Winterhold is kind of localized up in Winterhold. The Dark Brotherhood might lead you around to different places, and the Dawn Guard definitely would. Those are the two that I know off the top of my head that could lead you places. Yeah, Thieves Guild probably won't. Wouldn't be surprised. I keep forgetting that the Wiz robes in Breath of the Wild are not the Wiz robes from Relics of Hyrule. Oh, okay. Alright, we did... Song of Soaring is done. Elegy of Emptiness. Goron the Lullaby. I think the Goron Lullaby is going to end up being armor damage. And the Elegy of Emptiness will be paralysis. This one requires a perk. This one probably doesn't need a perk. That wouldn't need a perk, that wouldn't need a perk. That is a perk. Not perk. That would need a perk. So I'm going to mark this one with a big chunky P. And I think those are the only two that actually need perks. Although maybe I should... Maybe Sonata of Awakening should be extended to conjuration spells in general. So that's a little more versatile. Because if it's just restoration, that's not very... Resurrection, rather. So I'm just going to make it conjuration. Which means it doesn't need a perk. So the Oath to Order is the only one that needs a perk. And I also want to check to make sure that I am correct. That the Wind God's aria... Earth God's lyric... It is in lute. Okay. These three are... Alright. Elegy of Emptiness. Ghost Potion. And what is the Ghost Veil? Okay. Ghost Potion effect. So I'm gonna look at that ghost veil effect. Become ethereal. Voice make ethereal. I didn't mean to do that. It's the only... Interesting. That's the only... Become ethereal. Interesting. Okay. Trying to see what's different about Become Ethereal and the Ghost Potion effect. Oh, Ghost Ethereal Effect Shader, that's the difference. Okay. I'm gonna make a new one. Ghost Ethereal Effect Shader. I'm thinking, I wonder if Wheeled Clutter gains some ground. People might discover Relics of Hyrule. I think it's because Relics of Hyrule isn't new. They always report on new mods. Not like mods that have been around for 6 years and have been slowly growing. I think that's the problem, is that there's no, like... It's not new, and they tend to report on new stuff. I think Creation Kit... Oh no. Creation Kit does this sometimes. I think Creation Kit is tired. It's not letting me edit the elixir, which means I need to save and quit and reset Creation Kit. That rhymed. So I think I'm sticking with the name Elegy of Emptiness Elixir. New Wave Bossa Nova Elixir. But I could always do it Elixir of Time, Elixir of Healing wouldn't work. Never mind. Forget I said that. Because Elixir of Fire does not describe it as well. He reported on a motorcycle mod for Skyrim. I don't think his Immersion series, I don't think that name applies. Relics of Hyrule was more immersive than a friggin' motorcycle. Even though it's inherently lore-breaking, I did my best to make it immersive and lore-friendly. So I really hope that someone notices it. Because it's the most downloaded, most endorsed Zelda mod on the Skyrim Nexus. If you search for Zelda, Relics of Hyrule is the first one that comes up. And I definitely would love for Relics of Hyrule to be more popular. At the same time, I don't want idiots. Like people very just like, for some reason the more popular something gets, the more it attracts like really toxic people. But I run a tight ship with my community. Well, for a while, Relics of Hyrule was the second most downloaded, most endorsed Zelda mod, because there was the sound effects and music mod that people really liked. The other ones are a little ambitious, let's say. A little too ambitious. And that's why they're squandering and slowing down. Ooh, an update. Let's read it. Relics of Hyrule comment. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Zelda. Yeah. That's still the second most downloaded, but 3.2k endorsements, 2.5k endorsements. This one was one of the first. This one was like the first Zelda mod ever made, so it makes sense that that one has so many downloads. I don't know who made this one. He's a quack. Same here. Like this guy was a real tool. Well, looking at the Termine Shield again, I don't think I need that polished version. There's two different Windfall Island mods too, which is interesting. I have gotten so many requests for this kind of thing. Like, people have been chomping at the bit for me to do just that for Relics of Hyrule. Because novelty, because hilarity, because people recognize it and they know it would be funny. Alright, if you say so. Something else I always like to do is search for Relics of Hyrule on Google. It used to have its own like little box that linked to the wiki. Oh, it's taking its sweet time to save. Oh. Wheeled Clutter. Actually, how good is Wheeled Clutter doing? 10 endorsements. It's alright. That's not Relics of Hyrule. Yeah, alright. Waiting for that to save. How long have I been up? Been streaming since like 6:30. Or 6:45 rather. I'll search videos all time. See what comes up. It'll probably be mostly Relics of Hyrule, the series, honestly. Relics of Hyrule. Anytime. Relics of Hyrule, where do I start? Episode 1, Relics of Hyrule, the series. Long time ago, 3 years ago, someone made a overview of the mod. Relics of Hyrule, the series. This is like the highest level like review I've ever done. Ever gotten, rather. Lots of it comes from me. VR live stream of Relics of Hyrule. This is pretty cool. Relics of Hyrule works relatively well in Skyrim VR, apparently. Rogues and role players, they deserve that. They deserve the, oh. Well, this is a stream that I didn't know about. Nene Finn? I didn't know about that. They, relatively recently. Oh, I know. A year ago. There's another one. Oh wait, Arik, right there. There's one from you. It's from 2017 for some reason, but there is one from you in here, but it's on page 5. Blade Fang's up here, but not Relics of Hyrule. Interesting. Yeah. It's kind of, yeah, I don't know how it's probably like which ones have been viewed the most. Good old Google. I really hope. Alright, you just keep doing what you're doing, Creation Kit. You just don't let me bother you. Illusion of Goron, Sonata, Wind God, Ghost God. There's a few left in there. Excuse me. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I don't know. It silly Google and their algorithms and their bits and bobs and the internet. It makes sense. Makes sense to someone somewhere. Yeah, it may also be like text, because there were things popping up for people, videos that weren't Relics of Hyrule, but they had done Relics of Hyrule things in the past, and so it like cross-weaved their descriptions. I think I've been going for quite a while. Once Creation Kit saves, I'm going to pop in game and test some things. And then I'll call it a night, because it's been a long day. Winterhold does have one of the ancient enchanters, yes. Now, if I could figure out hosting, because then, like, once I finish here, I could host Auric. I'll figure it out. Oh, it's literally... Okay, well that's easy. Yeah, fair enough. That'll be easy. Like I said, I'll just check a few things and then go from there, and then it'll probably be the end once I'm finished testing. Alright, well, see you around. Choo 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 choo. Oh, that's something else I wanted to show. I gave them some new robes, and it makes them look really cool. I really like their new robes. I'm gonna let Creation Kit do its thing because I know I do not want to stop it while it's saving. Because if I stop it while it's saving, that can cause serious issues. It's gonna take a while. But I don't want to stop it. I don't want to cancel it. Oh, come on, Creation Kit, save. Ugh. That's another thing. You know what? I give up on that one. Just gonna leave that be. Sometimes Creation Kit, or sometimes modding, it's just like the mod does what it wants, and oh well. Creation Kit. Whenever you want. That, I don't know. I don't know what that, somebody told me that Redeads are not actually undead. That they're actually servants of the royal family. But, like, I looked it up and I couldn't find that in any like canon source like the Zelda wiki. If it's a fan theory, I don't give a flying toss. And I don't really know if I want to integrate that in there into the mod. I think just Redeads are self-explanatory. it's just a fan theory. Well, I'm gonna get rid of it because that if it's not stated in a game, then it shouldn't count. Yeah, I don't care about that. I didn't realize that I thought it was like actual canon that was mentioned somewhere. I don't want people to bother me with these fan theories. Did you know that all of the Star Fox characters cut off their legs for circulation because they're not wearing boots or something. It has to be lopped off. It's hard enough, combining Zelda and Skyrim together lore-wise. I don't need like extra lore from people coming up with ideas. If it fits and helps me weave the story, then that's one thing. But if it's just superfluous, then I don't see the point. I'm getting a little tired, so I'm getting a little punchy. Yeah, more show than tell. And I'm getting to a point at this juncture that I don't really need that much lore anymore for Relics of Hyrule. There's a few more things that I would want to add for the lore, but I don't think I need to add too much else. Creation Kit, you're really making me nervous. Oh yeah, clay monsters. I think they were designed, their original design was to be zombies, but Nintendo reworked it later so that you weren't actually killing people or corpses. In Relics of Hyrule, they're corpses. Definitively. Actually, yeah, the lore that I need to explore is the Yiga. A little more. Cult of Ganon can be explored. They can be explored a little more, but what happened in the past, like the fall of Hyrule, doesn't really need more explanation. I am planning to add a little more for Lorule, like the details of what happened with Lorule. And like a confirmation to like a question that sometimes gets asked. But I don't really need much else. It's been taking quite a while to start to finish saving. I really hope that it's okay. I don't want... I know that I just have to wait. just have to be patient. You can't force it. It just has to do its own thing. Can't close out of it, can't touch it, just let it do its business. Yeah, creation kit. Whew. I think I described creation kit in the past as like a nail and a board. Like, instead of a pickaxe, it's a nail and a board. Or which is sort of unfair to it. It is a very powerful tool. It works very well when it wants to. But sometimes it gets a little overloaded. I think the reason why it's taking so long right now is because it ran out of memory or something and it wasn't allowing me to edit anymore. It had gotten to a point where it just did not want to let me edit anymore. Just gonna let it do its thing. It says it's not responding, but that's because it's just because it's saving. I wonder if there's any like textures that I can make or meshes that I can work on instead of just staring at creation kit. Quests. Whew, I've never actually made a proper quest myself. Quests are something, so my understanding is that quests are pretty complicated. I've made some simple ones, like ones that add items to the courier. That's the extent of what I've done. Wheeled Clutter has a very short, simple, one-stage quest that gives you a book, and then it just finishes itself. I've never dabbled in quests. Unfortunately, with 6.6, I'm hoping, as time goes on, so I'm hoping to add a voiced NPC, and voiced NPCs need their own personal quests for the dialogue. So I'm gonna have to dabble in that a little to try to make a voiced NPC. I have not been able to figure it out. Hopefully I can make it happen, but no guarantees. We'll see. It's not going to be anything fancy. It's not going to be like Inigo or something like crazy. It's going to be someone in the archive. And just in the archive, and they'll tell you things. Not too much, just what they know. And they'll, like, they won't be like, oh, we found this thing. It's like, every so often they'll say, oh, hey, you should check this place. Or the way that the archive is going to do work. It's not going to be as robust as Legacy of the Dragonborn. So you won't get, you won't talk to the NPC and they'll tell you, oh, we found something at Bile Gulch Mine, you should check it out. They'll say, you should check out the room of data or something, I don't know what I'll call it, and you go there and there will be a hint there regarding a certain location. But you only get the hints if you're almost done with a set of items. My goal with the archive is to design it in a way that's simple and easily expanded so that I don't lose my mind working on it. Because it's going to be a huge undertaking, the archive. I think what's going to happen is once Creation Kit finishes saving, I might just end the stream there and test off stream because it's been going so long. Yeah, I'm going to be voicing them because I don't trust anyone else. People have offered their voice. People have offered to be a voice actor, but I don't really like collaborating with people. I trust D. Magnus to deliver when he helps me out. But I think he might be the most reliable person that I've worked with. Not to say that other people haven't been reliable. I'm gonna do the voice myself. And hopefully people don't hate it. Because it's not gonna be my normal voice. It's gonna be different. Oh yeah, Hermaeus Mora. Yeah, I'm really proud of my Hermaeus Mora impression. He's gonna come back, by the way. I'm gonna use that voice again. The voice NPC is not going to be a follower. Way too complicated. Voice NPC will not be a follower. The only, yeah, he won't be able to. It's not gonna happen. That would be interesting, but it wouldn't really fit Relics of Hyrule if there was that kind of thing. Well, I guess something I could do. Yeah, Skyrim Together. Speaking of Skyrim Together, in the Discord we've been discussing, like, putting together people to play Relics of Hyrule with. We might do two groups. One group that wants to add 5 million different mods, another group that doesn't. We'll see how that turns out. I guess I could work on the... I'm just too tired. I don't think I want to work on the Mirror Shield of Secrets. It's something that's in progress. I think this is the state that you'll find it in. Actually, correction. This is the state that you'll find it in. And then you'll find the other piece somewhere else. There. And then you'll have to fix them, combine them. And repair it, and it'll be great. It'll be amazing. So... It's been... Oh, man. I think it's been at least 10 minutes. Because I know it was still saving... It's been saving for a really, really long time. I think what I should do... I think I should stop the stream so that my computer can allocate as many resources as it can to the creation kit. So that creation kit can properly save. So, unfortunately, we won't be able to have this magical moment when creation kit saves. But, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hopefully creation kit saves. I really hope it does, because that makes me nervous that it's not saving right away. But thanks everybody for stopping by. I'll stream again at some point. Look forward to the first episode of Omega Ruby Ground Type Challenge later this week. It's coming. Relics of Hyrule, the series, will return eventually once I've gotten into Omega Ruby a little more. Probably after 6.5.21 is released, which actually is a long time from now. I'm hoping to have 21 done by August. Don't know if that'll happen. We'll see. But goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.